Naviance is going to be a very important program for you to use in your senior year while you're filling out college applications. So I want to go over a few aspects of it that you need to use now. First of all, it's critical that you be able to access Naviance, so if you don't remember your username and password, please let one of the college counselors know right away and we can get that changed for you. You can follow us on Twitter by logging into Naviance and just clicking on this link. And there's also an app. We'll be using this more over the next year. It's brand new and it's only available on Apple devices right now, but you can click on that link and get there. The other critical thing is that your email address must be correct in Naviance. We will be sending lots of emails over the next year and you must be able to get those. So in order to change your email address, you can edit that yourself by going into your profile under the About Me tab, clicking on this little pencil that edits your email address. Very, very important. If you forget how to do that or don't have a problem with it, then see one of the college counselors and we'll help you. Also under the About Me tab are these surveys. There's 2 surveys that will be there for the summer. These are both due August 30th. The It's All About Me survey is something for you to fill out. It is required before we will write a letter of recommendation for you. And between colleges and scholarships, we write a letter of recommendation for every one of our students. So it's very critical that you fill this out before August 30th. We need more than 1-word answers. We need it complete. It is an English completion grade, so on August 30th we will be informing your English teacher whether or not you filled this out and whether or not it's adequate. And if it's not, if you give us 1-word answers, we may give it back to you to complete, redo. This information is, although it's an English completion grade, it's private between you and your college counselor. Your English teacher will not be looking at it. It will not be graded for spelling, grammar, punctuation, any of that. As long as we can read it and understand it, we're just looking for the information, and that's what we need. There's also a survey under the About Me tab. Your parents can access this through your account or through their own account, but the parent brag sheet is a similar survey. Your parents love to brag on you. That's what we want to do in your letter of recommendation. We want to point out the best things about you, and they're great at giving us this information. So we can't grade your parents. It's up to you to let them know where it is, how to access it, and that it's due August 30th as well. But we really appreciate your cooperation in getting them to fill that out. Another thing we want you to do is start filling out the colleges I'm thinking about list. This is a fluid list. You do not have to apply to these colleges just because you put them on the list, but you can get some interesting information from this list. So if you want to add to the list, you can look up by state, by name, lots of different information, and we can add college, and then you'll get some interesting information about the college. So if it's got this little CA there, that means it's a Common App school. That's going to become important once you start filling out your applications and doing your essays. You can look at the deadlines. These deadlines before about August of your senior year will be the deadlines for the year before, but they're going to be pretty similar to what the deadlines are this year, so something you can look at to get a feel for. This little graph is really helpful. In this case, I pulled up Miami University in Ohio. It shows you all the students from Sacred Heart that have applied to the school since 2007 and what their result was. These lines are the average GPAs and ACT scores, and this little circle is where you fall in those applicants. So that can give you some ideas about what colleges are realistic, where you fall in the applicant pool for that college. Another helpful thing is that you can click on the college and they'll give you lots of information. A couple of different times will ask you for the admissions office address. It's right here. When you click on the college, you can look at kind of test score ranges, high, low, and averages. You can look at financial aid information, tuition amounts, and scholarship amounts, and you can click right from in that area and go to the school's website directly. So lots of helpful information once you fill out this colleges I'm thinking about list. And then in the fall we'll talk to you about how to use Naviance to manage your applications and your transcript requests as we start the application process. One other feature of Naviance you want to use, and it would be great to work on this over the summer of your junior year, is the resume. The resume feature is really great in Naviance because it asks you the questions in a very similar way to the college applications are going to ask you. So if you want to populate these boxes, it goes ahead and has you fill this out. It will ask you things like total hours and average hours per week, which are some of the things that college applications are going to ask. So it's a good thing to already have on hand and to already know how to do once you start filling out your college applications. Then you can customize your resume and print it in resume format. So it will look like a regular resume.